Take me a break off of social media. I'm
Okay.
definitely going to sound like a bird in a lot of this situation, but just take heed and understand we're all human and we all been done before for somebody. So basically, I started talking to this dude. The first time that we had unprotected, he burnt me.
Whoa, whoa, we can't overlook that, brother. Whoa!
Well, that's just too much there.
Mm,
Oh, no.
mm, mm,
Oh, no. Look at him.
mm, mm.
Oh, no.
Damn. Welcome back, Motivation Nation. It's your host, Air Going. Look, we're gonna get right off into this. This lady got something for us to hear. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for liking, sharing, and commenting. But look, enough of that. Let's just get into it. Let's see what she's talking about.
I'm about to put y'all in my business and then I'm going to log off and take me a break off of social media. I'm
Okay.
definitely going to sound like a bird in a lot of this situation, but just take heed and understand we're all human and we all been done before for somebody. So basically, I started talking to this dude. The first time that we had unprotected, he burnt me.
Whoa, whoa, we can't overlook that, brother. Whoa!
Well, that's just too much there.
Mm,
Oh, no.
mm, mm,
Oh, no. Look at him.
mm, mm.
Oh, no.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I did not mean to stop at 20 seconds in. I just didn't. I apologize. But anything that she says beyond this is going to be a horror story. Why would you stay with someone after they did this to you? And why would you have unprotected relations with a guy you don't know? And how do you stay with him after that? I'm sorry. Hey, look, guys, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to stop it that fast. Let me let her get off into this. She caught me off guard. Didn't know she was going there. She kept, hey, this story came at me fast. Too fast, okay? Let me let her get back to it. Sorry.
I felt like I was also responsible because I didn't make him get tested. I forgave him and we got through it. He went through his medication. I went through my medication and we killed it. Throughout the entire relationship, he has belittled me. He has called me out my name, told me I'm not this, I'm not that, I don't have shit. Every time we get into an argument, I'm a bitch, I'm this, I'm that. The entire relationship from a year ago. Mind you, I do social media. I'm on social media. He told me I had to choose between him or social media. I said social media because what are you talking about? That's literally what I do. And his ass broke up with me for that. Then came back and apologized and was like, sorry for not being supportive and stuff. I just don't want I don't want to share you basically with nobody. This shit's kind of going to be around everywhere because my.
Don't you find it ironic that he's saying he doesn't want to share you, but he's sharing himself with other people unprotected and getting both of you guys sick? All right, I'm just making sure hey, listen, I'm just taking notes.
It's so fucked up. Like, this shit just is crazy. Now, my house is my house. I allowed everybody to think that it was his house. When we first moved into it, he made everybody think that he got the house. I never minded that because it was something that we decided to do together. Every time he gets mad, he's literally like, oh, this my shit. You ain't had shit. First of all, I lived with my grandmother willingly in a 4-bedroom house that it's on our land. We don't have to pay rent. I was fine where I was. We got into a relationship and together decided we wanted to move together. That's what it was. He was already doing his thing.
I'm sorry, I hate to keep pausing, but every time I see that ski mask behind her head, I thought it was him. Okay, I apologize, but I thought that was him in the back seat for a second there. Okay, now I can focus back in on the story because I thought he was about to grab her from the back of the neck or something. I didn't know what was about to happen next because this story's been coming at me too fast. Okay, she riding me too fast down up and through there, like they say. She taking me up and through there too quick. Let me get back to it now. Okay, all right, okay.
The bills or whatever, he said we need bigger space. I was the only way we were going to get into another house without him going a different way. I had the credentials, which I do. I have all my credentials. He's not able to get nothing because he doesn't work a regular job. He doesn't have a bank account. He doesn't have a license or nothing. But I was so in love. He was in love too. Okay, we're going to use my credentials and your money. Boom. Teamwork. Ever since we moved into the house, he made people think it was his house, his house, his house. His name's not on it. Does he pay the rent? Yes. For a couple months, he wasn't paying the rent because we were arguing. So I had to pay all the bills by myself. He did not give me not $1 to pay the bills when we would argue. Mind you, he would still be in the house. He would still wash his ass, come in and out, eat the food that's in there, everything, and go to other women and do what he did and come back. I never kicked him out because I can't kick him out. He lives there. I'll have to give him 30 days. And also, I knew that he didn't have nowhere else to go. So instead of him leaving, I would leave and go stay with my people. So basically today comes, and y'all, I've left out so much, but I really don't want the video to be too long. So long story short, today comes, I saw he wasn't at the house because I have the camera. When he's not at the house, I would go to the house, check on everything, make sure the house is still in order, and I would still leave. I still have not been staying there. I let him do what he do. He's unplugged my cameras, had girls in my house, done all kind of stuff. So today I text him and I'm fed up. I'm like, if you have another woman in my house while I'm not here, she's not going to make it out. I'm not going to lie to you. And that's exactly what I told the police too. What the fuck? So when I text him that, he fucking bum rushes to the house, I guess from the bitch house. Why don't you just move in with her? Hello, what the fuck? So he bum rushes to the house. He's banging on the door. Mind you, I'm sleeping in.
Let me stop her right there for a second, man, and I have to talk at this point like I'm an uncle to this young lady because there has been an absence of a male figure in her life, and if there is one, he has not taught her or instilled anything in her that she needs to know. But it starts with self-worth and self-value, right? You have to value your life and you have to value your safety more than this. Okay, I get it. Mistakes happen. You made a mistake. The guy gave you an STD and you were able to clear it up. But at that particular point in time, you should have known better to stay with that guy because he doesn't care anything about you or himself if he's willing to do that to you. Because he knew what he had before he laid down in that bed with you and gave that to you. But he wanted to inflict the same type of pain and agony on you that he had within himself. He doesn't love himself. He doesn't care about himself. The biggest mistake people make, and this is on both sides, whether it's a man and a woman and a woman and a man, but let's stick to this story. The biggest mistake that people make is thinking that they can help someone that doesn't love themselves love themselves. If that person doesn't love themselves and they're not trying to love themselves and better themselves, your involvement with them is going to be them trying to systematically tear you down. So there's nothing good that'll come out of being with a person like that. And unfortunately, this young lady is finding this out the hard way. But let her finish. But I had to interject right there because we have to take these videos and we have to use them as teaching lessons. So for the people that are out there that are trying to learn and trying to grow, that's why we dissect these type of conversations. But let her continue.
Son's room now because he didn't want me on his bed. We have his bed at the house because he didn't have nowhere to put his stuff. I have a whole nother setup at my grandmother's house. Y'all know. If y'all follow me, y'all know. I have a whole nother life. Wardrobe. My son has wardrobe, everything at my grandmother's house. So he didn't have nowhere to put his stuff in storage. We used his bed. He said I couldn't sleep in his bed since we broke up. And so I've been sleeping in my son's room. Straight up, I ain't got to lie about shit. He starts banging on my son's room door trying to talk to me. I'm like, stop fucking talking to me. I'm on the phone with my friends. I'm like, don't say fuck I said. We start arguing. He starts getting overly disrespectful. So I do open the door. We're arguing back and forth. Da da da. He's like, oh yeah, I've been fucking with that bitch that you asked me about. Da da da. Y'all, at this point, I don't care who he's fucking with. I don't. My thing is, okay, if you're fucking with all these bitches, please, can you move there? So
Ma'am, you have to care who he's messing with because he's already burned you in the past. So who he's messing with has a direct impact on your life at this point. And what makes this story even more sad is that you have a child, you have a son that you are allowing to see a man behave this way. So now he's going to internalize what he's witnessing, and it's going to shape him in some way, shape, or form that's yet to be determined. That's why it's important to have good men around your son, your young son, because it's going to get to a point where your son is going to be bigger and stronger than you, and your discipline is, if it hasn't been instilled at a young age, you will not be able to discipline him as he turns into a young man. because he's going to be stronger than you and he's going to have his own personality. So it's very important when they're young to instill and have the right type of men around them. You've got to find love in yourself, young lady. There's no way around it. Otherwise, you're going to take this degeneracy that you're dealing with and you're going to pass it on to your son, and he's going to pass it on and pass it on. And that's how the vicious cycle starts. And it's a hard cycle to break. But let me let her go on. But I got to interject here. I'm teaching.
He starts getting more disrespectful. He's like, oh yeah, in our whole relationship, you don't even know how many you've been eating. Like, basically, he's saying, like, he would go have, and then he would come have with me at the house. He also said that he had with somebody that's close to me in our bed at my house that I don't know, and he didn't say no name. And if y'all don't believe me, I'm literally at the hospital about to get tested after I do this fucking video. Mind you, we've been broken up for like...
Hate to stop it again, but that's my point. I had no idea she was sitting in the hospital parking lot. But see, he's the worst kind of a funky, nasty, stanky individual who's taking it this far. And now he's deliberately trying to take you away from your son. He's deliberately trying to take you off the market in one way, shape, or form. And he's trying to humiliate you at this point, as he brought absolutely nothing to the table. Let me let her finish. But I didn't know she was in a parking lot in the hospital. But it doesn't surprise me based on what she said.
Couple weeks because I broke up with him, but it's still, I don't play about my health, and he's literally disgusting. I can literally honestly say he slept with at least 15 people since I've met him. Other people that I know of. Okay, back to the story about today. So we're arguing, going back and forth, He starts threatening me to the point where he's like, I will whip you with my and brings it out. At that point, I still don't call the police. When he says that, he gets in my face. He said, I'll you right now. I don't care. I said, and you're going to go to jail. If you touch me, you're going to go to jail. I leave out the bathroom, go into my content room, trying to get away from him. He comes in there. I'm trying to shut the door. He starts throwing stuff at me. So at this point, it's like, no. He's throwing stuff. He's hitting me with my own purses, all this stuff. He picks up a metal bottle. He's throwing stuff. I start throwing stuff back at him. I'm not going to lie. Yes, stop throwing shit at me. The fuck? He's getting hard shit. He's hitting me on, like, on top of my head and shit. Like, now I'm calling the police on you because I'm not going to lose my life. I have a child. What the fuck? Mind you, he's also speaking on my child and my situation. I'm not even going to get into that because we already know what the fuck is good. My baby daddy know what the fuck going on. I know what the fuck going on. I talked to my child today. I'm not even getting into that shit. Especially considering somebody, yeah, we're not getting into that child shit. So yes, after he started hitting me with stuff upside my head, I did call the police. Call me what the fuck you want. I am a fucking 5'4" little woman. I'm not that fucking big. And
hold on, we got to stop. So he's escalated this into violence, which of course that's the natural progression when someone is disrespectful, and he's taking it as far as he's taking it with you in the bedroom. Now, we have to stop glorifying this nonsense about not calling the police and snitching and all of that type of stuff. That's a mentality that I just flat out do not understand. I don't get it. It makes absolutely no sense. Someone is victimizing you and you're not supposed to call the police because of what again? I don't get it. And the funniest part that I see is the main people that talk about snitches and don't call the police and I can't believe this, that, and the third. If you really took a deep dive into those people's lives, the career criminals that do those type of things, they can sing better than Luther Vandross and Anita Baker. They go to the police department and they start answering questions that they haven't even been asked. They have detectives on speed dial to give up information, but yet they get back out in the streets and they get online and pretend like they're this real person that doesn't snitch and they don't tell. Well, you can do that, but that can cost you your life. You better believe if there's anything that's going on with me, I'm calling all of the authorities. I'm going to handle the business and I'm calling the authorities. That's the way it's going to be. I don't care what people's, especially on the internet, have to say. People that don't know you and your life is in jeopardy. This man has jeopardized your life multiple times and he's escalated it to violence. You're now sitting in the parking lot of a hospital because your life is in the balance and you're talking to me about, you're worried about people talking about you because you called the police. Get your priorities straight. Get your priorities straight. So again, this is a teaching lesson. And she said in the beginning that she was dumb, a bird, this, that, and the third. But we have to use this as a learning avenue, as a opportunity to see where she went wrong, make some corrections, so that the next young lady that's watching this video that may or may not have a male figure that can break things down and explain things to them. That's why we're doing this.
I have a child to live for. Motherfuckers can think all that toxic shit is cool. I don't. I'm going to make it to my son. I promise you. So I call the police. The police come. They asking both sides. All of this shit happened. I didn't have it on video that he did it to me. So obviously they weren't going to be able to do shit. While they're doing their investigation about what me and him have going on domestically, they run his motherfucking tags just to find out that the fucking car that he's been driving this whole time is fucking stolen.
Mm-hmm.
So they start questioning me about shit being stolen. I don't fucking know. Now, you're putting me in you're putting my livelihood in danger. Not only have you been riding me around, you've been riding my child, a whole bunch of other people in a stolen fucking vehicle. How the fuck do you steal a fucking Tesla? So now they didn't take him for the domestic shit that I had going on because I technically didn't have no fucking proof. Now they done took him for possession of a stolen vehicle and possession of some garden and stuff. So this is my fucking life right now, and I can't do shit but live in my fucking truth. Don't think that just because y'all see people living a glamorous life that everything is so fucking glamorous, because it fucking isn't, and I'm the transparent Betty to fucking tell you. I'm about to put y'all in my...
She said, how did he steal a Tesla? Hey, if there's a will, there's a way. You'll be surprised the type of stuff people can do. But the transparent baddie, that's the next problem. Everybody thinks that they're a baddie and they want to portray this lifestyle that's just not real. And that's what's getting a lot of these younger people in a lot of trouble and putting them in situations like what she's in, is because everyone is watching what they're seeing other people do on the internet, and they feel as though they're missing out, and that why is this person's life better than mine? See, we now live in a different era, a different generation, and I got to go back to my normal saying, I'm in the wrong timeline. Like, I'm Marty McFly from Back to the Future. I'm in an alternate 2026. I'm in an alternate reality. This is not the one that I understand, and this is not the one I came from. Because see, where I came from, there was a time where you had to, if you said something, you actually had to prove it. Right? You had to show receipts. You had to prove what it is that you're saying. Nowadays, we've gotten far, far away from that. People say stuff and they don't prove it. They don't have to prove it. And people accept it as fact without any type of research or any type of investigation. So somebody can tell you, hey, I played in the NBA for 15 years. And people will accept that on his face. They won't do any, they won't ask him to come out and shoot. They won't look him up. They just take it at face value. And people take these narratives and they run with it. And that's the biggest mistake now. And that's why people look at social media and they're like, oh, well, this person is doing this. I want to do that. My life sucks. Their life is great. Not knowing that, just like this young lady, she's sitting in the parking lot of a hospital and doesn't know what's wrong with her body right now. And she says she takes her health seriously. No, ma'am, you don't, because you wouldn't have continued to interact with a guy like this. Hopefully now, after you get this resolved, you will take your life and your health seriously. And hopefully you make better choices. And so she said that she's going to get off the internet. That's probably the best thing for her, where she can live in reality and try to patch up the life that she has and think about the mistakes that she's made and try to worry about her and her son moving forward, because you don't want to put yourself in a position where a man takes your life in the bedroom from something that you guys did in the bedroom. Let me put it that way. But like I said, guys, this is a teachable moment. So for all of these younger people out there that are watching this type of stuff, and they may need some context as far as, well, what should she have done? How could she have not fallen for this? That's where this particular commentary comes in at. Some of this stuff, when it happens, you stop it right at the door. You don't even allow that type of a demon into your life, because it's gonna make your life spiral out of control moving forward. But Motivation Nation, that's it for this video. It's been long enough. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that made it this far in the video. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe. Hit that hype button. It helps the channel out. The channel's growing. It's all because of you. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate the community. So it's your turn. Pull out your keyboards, jump down in the comments, and let me know what you think about what it is that you just heard here. That's it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.